lecturing mode. Uh, Other participants will join. So now my role is different, and I will try to be focused with my talk. And talk already, I had mentioned that digital transformation and disruptive technology. My dear friends, today, especially during this pandemic period, we all realize the power of digital transformation, digital transmission, even digital work culture. We are working at home. We never ever thought that a day we will work from at home. So whenever any such kind of calamity, such kind of a pandemic occurs in the universe, they, I think, educate directly or indirectly in two contexts. The context one, that we are the partner or we are the symbiosis of nature. And if we disturb or dislocate the balance of the nature, such kind of pandemic will occurs. So have a balance in the nature. We must respect the nature. Similarly, we also have a balance in our work and our personal and professional work culture. So I think we should take everything the positive if you want to move in a positive or a right or a meaningful directions or a productive directions. And it depends on the attitudes, your attitudes, your thinking process, your work process. You never ever thought, nobody ever thought before the 2020 that we shall take a class or we shall take a interaction, discussions and deliberations through the online, situated at their homes, connected unlimited distance. But one thing must be, I think, appreciate that the learning process must be continued. Learning with the positivity. We don't have any kind of scarcity of anything in the universe. God has given everything. We must have a attitude or rational application. And today, everything is digital. I think one small e, or you may call it capital E, E for electronic, that has revolutionized everything in our life. And if you put as a prefix, I think it changed the conceptual existence. Take examples. Education, now we are on e-education. Learning, we are on e-learning. E-governance. Books, e-books. Journals, e-journals. Library, e-library. Banking, e-banking. Ticketing, e-ticketing. Worship, e-worship. I think I am afraid the day when we have a e mother or e father or e brothers, or I'm afraid. Tomorrow maybe the e mother or e fathers. This electronic, and this is the binary systems. I'm not a person from the mathematics, but I knew that there are only two instances in our life, and that is only the two pair in the life, on or off. There will be two activity, on or off, live or dead, day and night, mother and father, brother and sister, teacher and shikshak, or teacher and students. So only two. And this concept, binary digits, come into existence. This entire world is revolved in the binary. And this binary system is nothing but this is the digital system. That everything is going today digitized or digital. And that's why I will more focus the digital transformation. This transformation taking place due to the digital environment, digital landscape, digital resources, the digital, everything is digitized. Have you ever thought that we will purchase even the small things like vegetables, like our kitchen items through the online mode? Just to place a order with your smartphones, and everything within 1 hour, 2 hours, they will deliver at your home. These are wonderful things. These are good things. But my dear friends, please remember, somehow they are making a handicap. I will give certain examples. How this digital transformation is good. But on the contrary, it has also had a adverse impact of our thinking process, our learning process, our creativity, our dependency on the electronic gadgets. I'm giving one example. And that example, I think you may agree from your own experiences. We had the experience of 15 years back or 10 years back. I think people or the teachers of my generations, what was the day of action plan for the 24 hours? I think we start to the bed by reading the books, or by remembering our parents, by touching their feet, by taking their blessings, by listening the stories from our grandma, grandpa, grandfathers, mothers, brothers, sisters. Then we will go to the bed. And when we woke up, I think we touch the feet of Bharat motherland, touch the feet of our parents, and we remember the God. Have you think all this culture, all these good values are disrupted today? When you go to the bed, there is no time of the go to the bed. I think COVID has changed the entire your pattern of I think living, entire pattern of eating, entire pattern of everything have changed. The last you will interact with that is the most important companion of your life, whether it is a youth or an old age or a male or female, that is our mobile phone. Our life, I'm saying that after 10 or 15 years, everything, every walk of our life will be controlled our smartphone. The last person to whom we interact, that is our mobile phone. When we woke up, I think the first interaction or first encounter with our mobile phone. We open our mobile phone, see that's how many WhatsApp message, how many chats, how many good morning message, how many Facebook comments, how many Instagram. So it become a indispensable partner of our life. And my dear friends, I am giving one example from my own experience. If you are living to your office or living to your outside, and if you forget to bring your ballot, I think you will not be returned. You said, no, I will manage. But if you forget to carry your mobile phone, you will not proceed. Even 2 kilometers, you will back, collect your mobile, then you move. How? And what we are doing today, I think hardly people, 99%, even the all class, including the teaching or intellectual class, become a forwarder of the messages, not a creator of the messages. All time we are forwarding the messages. Good morning messages, messages on the special occasions, messages on the special time. So I think somehow we are lacking our intelligentsia. If you look at your 5 or 10 years back, we remember in our memory, we store in our memory 5 to 6 or even the more telephone numbers, addresses of our friends. And today what happened, hardly we remember the telephone number. If you have 2 numbers, I think we don't remember the second number. Husband don't remember the wife number, and wife does not remember the husband number. Yes, of course, we are the smart because we are using the smart technology. But does we have created this smart technology? We should become the part of creation of the technology, development of the technology, creation of the new knowledge. And that will only comes when you have a understanding about that technology, understanding about that knowledge. And these technologies today, please remember, they are not the replacement of anything human resource. They are adding the value in our way of life. We must appreciate that the India was not ready, even the world was not ready to deliver the teaching, learning materials or the lectures over this Google platforms or the Zoom platforms or whatever the platform today we had. But this unprecedented situations makes to force that we are connected to each other. We are giving our education. This is also have advantage, disadvantage. I'm not going there, advantage, disadvantage. So I will discuss certain those aspect, disruptive aspect, which has disrupt our way of life also, way of thinking also, way of action also. And मैं हमेशा कहता हूं कि टेक्नोलॉजी, मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज आप अपने आप को ना वाइब्रेट ऑडियो मोड पे रखिए. विजुअल से होगा क्या कि आपका डेटा भी ज्यादा खत्म होगा, तो कीप योरसेल्फ इन द ऑडियो मोड, आपका डेटा भी बचेगा. और दूसरा क्या है कि मेरा फोकस भी रहेगा कि मैं क्या, क्योंकि नाउ आई एम जस्ट लाइक ए क्लास एंड आई एम ट्राइंग टू गिव माय बेस्ट एज आई गिव टू माय ऑल स्टूडेंट. So keep on only the audio mode and switch off your video mode. So see, let me allow to share my PPT, and please bear with me the length of time, because for a teacher, when he find a place or when he find a podium or when he find a platforms, I think it become a difficult task to unstoppable. So please, when you get bored, please give a signal so that I will stop. But certainly I will skip certain those areas which we all are passing through, but we are not noticing them. So let me allow to share the PPT, or however I can speak STEM for, but it will focus me also to keep me in the track. Let me just give a signal. It is visual. Anybody say yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visual.
So please enjoy digital transformation and disruptive technology, changing landscape of education and learning. So let me explain this concept. Now you please don't take my words in otherwise, because I believe I was in the class in morning. and I was discussing don't go or don't follow the rectifications mode of learning. Don't go that what A or B has said about this concept. That his or her own interpretation. That's why it's called definition. जब हम डेफिनेशन को हिंदी में परिभाषित करते हैं तो उसका मतलब होता है परिभाषा, दूसरे की भाषा. So why we depend the language or bhasha of others? My focus here always try to understand the conceptual meaning, actual meaning of that concept. When you are able to understand the meaning, I think you are a master to define that concept in different perspectives or different viewpoints. So I always focus, I always emphasize that please try to understand the conceptual, understanding conceptual meaning. So digital transformation and disruptive technology. I think technology has become a buzzword, and it become a very fashionable also. If you add the technology to any discipline, I think it brings something very resounding voice of that subject. If I say the mobile technology, I'm talking about the technology which is applicable or the enabled to the mobile. Education technology, I'm talking about that technology which can be useful or which can be applied part or application in the education. Agriculture technology, space technology, computer technology, banking technology. Means you add this. This is a this technology would personify, change the manifestation of that subject. Value added. But फॉर मी टेक्नोलॉजी का मतलब मैं समझता हूं कि वो टेक्नोलॉजी कभी टिकाऊ नहीं होती है. जो टिकाऊ ना वही टेक्नोलॉजी होती है. अब आप कहेंगे जी सर आप ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं. आप याद करिए कि जब आपके कंप्यूटर के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में जो टेक्नोलॉजी है इट गेट्स ऑब्सोलीट वेरी सून. डू यू हैव नाउ द पेजर? Do you have now the fax machine? Do you have now the floppies? Answer is no. One point of time they were the very powerful and influential technology, but now they are no more. So when the new technology comes and take the ownership or the scope of existing technology or replace it completely, the term called disruptive technology means disruption. However, the disruption word is not taken in the positive sense. Disruption means something which you are disfiguring something. But that term is applied in 1997 by a professor of this management sciences, Clinton, and we are using this technology, disruption. And now there is everywhere a disruption. There was a time that you see the means disruption everywhere, disruption in education sectors. Now there was a time that if you are educated and if you don't speak, if you are failed to or communicate in English, you are uneducated. You are uneducated. You are illiterate. Then there was a phase that you are educated, and if you communicate or speak in English, if you don't know the computer, you are again uneducated or illiterate. Then the now time, if you are educated, speak in English. If you know the computer, if you don't know the social media, if you don't know the application of technology, I think you are illiterate. So this is a phase, and this transformation have taken place as we are passing through the digital. Means everything is going the digital. That's why the government India has an ambitious project that is Digital India. And my dear friends, that when this digital transfer of the money, UPI based transfer of the money came in India. It's not a old story. Only the 3-4 years back, there was a huge and cry in the country that how it is possible that the amount will be transferred through the digitally through the UPI base. Now you will be surprised that this is the facts that India is the leading country in the world, first country in the world where the maximum transactions of taken place digitally. We have different platform e-banking systems. We have the UPI based systems, Bhim Pay, Google Pay, Paytm, Rupee. So can you think about that? See the advantages also, but they have also the disadvantage. So we are transforming because everything is a digital. Everything is digital. When things are digitally, they are the greater advantage that if the content is digitally available, I think it provides a greater facility for manipulation that content in any context. Unlimited transfer of that document, conversion of that text or conversion of that object into different modes, from text to audio, audio to video, video to animation, animation to anything, other systems like augmented technology. So that's why this is a very powerful tool. And you keep the copies. If you have 5 copies of any object in the physical mode and want to share it, if you share 4 copies, I think you will only have remain the 1 copies. But if you transfer those copy electronically, I think infinite numbers. And this is somehow the digital content can be transferred like your natural traits of our humanity, like love and affections. When you transfer love and affection to your dear or near or to whom you are associated, I think there is no decline or deficit or deficit in the love and affection of your treasure. It also increase, always increase. When you deliver a lecture, suppose I am delivering a lecture, I am talking about digital transformation, disruptive technology, and whatever I am sharing with you, I am giving you, but I am giving naturally. It does not mean that if I deliver, if I give, hand it over to you, that it will decrease in my knowledge base. No, it will increase. That's why the natural resources always increase. That is the beauty of the nature. And all these material things will obsolete, all these metal things which decline. If you have 5 objects, if you share 4 objects, you will only remain the 1 object. So that is the power. So how this digital transformation, disruptive technology is changing the landscape of education and learning. I think that topic, I think before this COVID pandemic, I have delivered one talk. But I think this talk is now quite pertinent that this digital transformation, disruptive technology has become an essential part of today's COVID pandemic. We are in the classrooms with the virtual mode. Laboratory are on virtual mode. Libraries are on virtual mode. Teachers are on virtual mode. The knowledge seekers like you is the virtual mode. And we don't bother that in which situations, in which positions you are receiving this education. Some are sitting on their bed, taking their blanket. Some are even taking the, recipe of their food. So this is only dark environment where we are trying to send you some light through these platforms. So let us see some of the aspects which I would going to cover up. What is digital transformation? My dear friends, I have already mentioned, is the use of new, fast and frequently changing digital technology to solve problems. It is about transforming processes, products, and services. that were non-digital or manual to digital process. Sorry. So this is the transformation. Means it is changing the one object to into other object. And how it takes place? What are the force behind to taking place the digital transformation? My dear friends, that is the research. And when we talk about the research, that we talk about the innovations. Innovations always bring the renovations. They change the landscape. And when we talk about the innovations, generally we talk about the two types of innovations. An innovation that does not significantly, and that is one is sustaining innovations. An innovation that does not significantly affect existing market. It may be either, और वो दो तरह से, evolutionary or revolutionary, that is called discontinuation or radical. An innovation that improve a product in an existing market in ways that customers are expecting. Fuel injections for gasoline injection, which display carburetors, and now these all diesel or petrol based transport or vehicles. I think, if I'm not wrong, I'm not a transport expert, but I assume that after 15 or 20 years, you will not find any vehicles who, based on the injection systems like diesel and petrols. They are coming on the natural gas. They are coming on the electric mode. And many cars and many vehicles are comes on the electric mode also. Because, and that electric is also coming in a different concept. So, second is a revolutionary. An innovation that is unexpected, but nevertheless does not affect existing market. The first automobiles in the late 19th century, which were expensive luxury items, जैसे कि expansion, when you look your mobiles phone, smartphones beyond 5 to 6 years back, only for the smart peoples, only for the elite class. But now this smartphone had the having the more features, the cost is cutting down, and now they are in the affordable range. और हमेशा याद रखिए, टेक्नोलॉजी वही सस्टेन हो सकती है जो अफोर्डेबल हो. अगर वो अफोर्डेबल नहीं है और चेंजेबल नहीं है तो टेक्नोलॉजी सस्टेन नहीं करती है. मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूं, वन ऑफ द ब्यूटीफुल एग्जांपल ऑफ डिसरप्शन टेक्नोलॉजी. आई थिंक before entering the smartphones, when we talk about the hardware as a mobile phones, मोबाइल का एक ही बेताज बादशाह था उस समय, और वो बादशाह था नोकिया. मोबाइल का मतलब नोकिया. मैं स्मार्ट मोबाइल्स की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, 10-12 साल पहले की बात कर रहा हूं, 8-10 साल पहले की. मोबाइल मीन्स नोकिया. आने वाली जनरेशन 8-10 साल के बाद में नोकिया का सिर्फ हिस्ट्री बन गया है. Nobody knows about कि नोकिया भी मोबाइल में था. Why this has disruption taken place? A giant, a champion of the hardware in the mobile technology, known as Nokia, is no more now. Why it was collapsed? Why it was disrupt? Because he can't change the technology. He cannot come with the new products which the new generation want. My dear friends, you all are educationists. 200 years ago, Charles Darwin made a statement while he was writing the theory of origins, species of origins, laws of heredity. However, he did not work on laws of heredity. He said, it is not the questions of the powerful variety species will survive. अगर powerful species survive करते हैं तो डायनासोर से तो ज्यादा पावरफुल कोई नहीं है. आज वो नहीं है. It is not the question of the powerful species will survive. Only those species will survive which change the adapt, which change the adapt the environment. So this is the adoption of the technology. New technology comes, old obsolete. For example, this is also happening in our way of life. Today I think today I am a young, tomorrow I may be the old, and a day after tomorrow I may not be more. So that is absolution. So only in the world or in the nature is sustained that it is a change. Or change is positive or negative. It is our attitude that in what context or what angle we look at. So where we are, there are the incremental innovations which add on. For example, in the education sectors, for example, in the library sectors, we had the library in the building blocks. We have the library in the walls. But now those library you can access electronically from your smartphone, from your laptop, or from your notebook. If they have provided the login-based service, remote login, you can access from anywhere in the world. So that is incremental. Then disruptive innovations. I think I have given one of the beautiful example of the disruptions like floppies, like pagers, like fax machine, like typewriters. Have you seen the typewriter now? Typewriter become like a dinosaurs. I think after 10 or 15 years back, you will tell that story that typewriter, there was a typewriter. And typewriter, one of the best companion at the time of the offices. It is disrupt. Nokia is disrupt. Mobile phones is disrupt. Hoteling system is completely disrupt. We had I think that is not a technology, but I am giving an example. When we watch a movie, there was a time that the VCR, then the VCP, VCR, video cassette recorder, they are obsolete. They are disruptive now. Even in physical mode, if you see the cinema hall, I think hardly you will find cinema hall, big building. They are disrupted by the PVR. They are disrupted by multiplex. And now this multiplex is also disrupted. They are the vacant. And now the new, that is OTT content comes. Netflix, Amazon Premiere. So now the people are disrupting. Then this can be architectural innovations or radical innovation. So a disruptive technology is one that displaces an established technology and shake up the industry, or groundbreaking product that create a completely new industry. Harvard Business School professor Clayton on Christian coined the term disruptive technology in the 1997 for his best-selling book, Innovator's Dilemma. Please read this book. This book is available in public domain in the full text, freely available. Please read this book. Wonderful book. Very, I think it is eye-opening about the application of disruptions, and it also gave the vision for next 20 or 25 years, what type of business will be there. Read it. So some of the examples of the disruptive technology, which we are already passing through or witness through, but we never seriously observe them. The one was the personal computers, display the typewriters, and forever change the way of work and communicate. The Windows operating systems, a combination of affordability and a user-friendly interface, was instrumental in the rapid development of the personal computing industry in 1990s. Personal computing disrupted the television industry as well as the great number of the other activities. आप देखिए कि जब 1985 में कलर टेलीविजन आए थे, आज टेलीविजन, स्मार्ट टेलीविजन आ गए. आज आपके जो टीवीज है वो स्मार्ट है, आपके 2-in-1 है, कंप्यूटर से कनेक्ट है, फायर स्टिक लगा दीजिए, आपका जो डेटा आपके स्मार्टफोन में वो डायरेक्ट वहां डिस्प्ले हो जाएगा. email transfer the way of we communicating, largely displacing the writing, letter writing, and disrupting the postal and the greeting card industry. Absolute हो चुका है. और आज आप मुझे बताएं कि आपने पिछले 10 साल में किसी को अपना खत लिखा है, लेटर लिखा है? नहीं लिखा है. क्यों? क्योंकि आज लिखने की जरूरत ही नहीं होती। पहले लेटर्स कोरस्पॉन्डेंस करते थे, अपनी भावनाएं व्यक्त करते थे, सोचते थे क्या लिखना है। आज लिखने की जरूरत ही नहीं है। तो ईमेल ने तो इतना डिसरप्शन कर दिया कि लेटर राइटिंग हमने छोड़ दिया, लिखना छोड़ दिया। अब लिखना छोड़ेंगे तो हम पढ़ना ऑटोमेटिकली छूट जाएगा। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि आपने पढ़ना छोड़ दिया है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हमारी ये जो हमारी थिंकिंग प्रोसेस है, इंटेलिजेंस है, इनका बड़ा फर्क पड़ रहा है। सेल फोन्स made it possible to people call us anywhere and disrupted the telecom industry. बड़ी बड़ी जो टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री आज बंद हो गई, बीएसएनएल बंद हो गया, एमटीएनएल बंद हो गया, हम ह्यूज एंड क्राई करते हैं जी ये इंडस्ट्री बंद हो गई। अरे भैया डिसरप्शन है। एक समय था हमारे घर के अंदर टेलीफोन होना बहुत बड़ी बात होती थी। इट वॉज ए आई थिंक सब्जेक्ट ऑफ डिस्कशन, सब्जेक्ट ऑफ प्राइड को घर में टेलीफोन है। फिर वो टेलीफोन में आलस आने लगा, कौन एक प्लेस फिक्स था, वो कौन उठाएगा। कॉर्डलेस फोन्स आ गए। जब कॉर्डलेस आए 5 ईयर्स में उनका इतना मतलब चलन था कि हमारे किसी ड्राइंग रूम में रखा, हम बात कर रहे हैं एक लाइन तक। उसके बाद स्मार्टफोन आ गए, फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स आ गई, अब सेल फोन ने डिस्ट्रप्शन कर दिया और मोबाइल फोन आ गए। द लैपटॉप कंप्यूटर एंड मोबाइल कंप्यूटिंग मेड ए मोबाइल वर्कफोर्स पॉसिबल एंड मेड इट पॉसिबल फॉर द पीपल टू कनेक्ट टू कॉर्पोरेट नेटवर्क्स and collaborate from anywhere in many organizations. Laptop replaced the desktop. अब आपके लैपटॉप को रिप्लेस डेस्कटॉप ने कर दिया। अब आप देखिए, स्मार्टफोन लार्जली रिप्लेस सेल फोन्स एंड पीडीए। पीडीए होते थे पोर्टेबल, आपके ये असिस्टेड टेक्नोलॉजी होती थी। एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ एप्स ऑल्सो डिसरप्टेड पॉकेट कैमराज, MP3 प्लेयर, कैलकुलेटर्स, जीपीएस डिवाइसेस। एक समय होता था हम अलग से एक ऑडियो वीडियो वॉकमैन रखते थे, सुनते थे गाने, आज वो खत्म हो गए, सारे के सारे एक आपके स्मार्टफोन में आ गए हैं। डिसरप्शन हो गया है। कंप्यूटर आप देखिए कि जो आपकी फोटोग्राफी इंडस्ट्री तो खत्म है एक तरह से, ऑब्सोलीट खत्म। हम लोग कैमरा लेते थे, कैमरामैन होते थे, आज कौन लेके जाता है। आज आपकी स्मार्ट में सब कुछ अवेलेबल है। And this new technology, cloud computing, has been a hugely disruptive technology in the business world, displacing many resources that would conventionally have been located in house or provided as a traditional hosted service. एक समय था कि where we store the data, storing the data was a big problem. We need a huge server. Now the new technology comes, that cloud computing means you can store your data in virtual mode and access 24/7 as and when required, and that is the password protected. There are some cloud service freely available also and paid available also. And the new technology coming, my dear friends, that will revolutionize the entire way of I think laser base industries, whether it is banking system or it is a transaction system or commerce industry, that is blockchain. And even it is a great impact will also in the library sector. Then now the social networking, and the social networking had a major impact on the way we communicate, especially for personal use. Had disrupted telephone, email, instant messaging, and even planning. My dear friends, that social networking sites, they have their own democracy. They have a own means ki dividend, democracy dividend. See the entire landscape. See the judiciary, send the territories of the Facebook. See the territories of Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube. My dear friend, billions of billions people are connected. They have their own democracy. They can influence the world. They are they are not providing. Yes, they are providing the information freely to you, service freely to you, but they are also taking your data. And today, data is only the important aspect. Today, you enter entire data, and now the Facebook is very smartly has linked to the this WhatsApp, and you will find the advertisement, your marketing models. So this social networking site, I think that is has the change of life. Now even people don't share many things on the email; they are shared through this WhatsApp, because it is compatible to open the files. It provides a greater flexibilities. So that is a social. So this a digital significant digital technology, good or bad, will change the landscape of education and learning in the future, my dear friends. These are some of the essential technology which will certainly entered or will enter in the domain of education and learning. The first is IoT, Internet of Things. I think now the internet is not simply a highway to provide the informations. I think this is a new business model. If there is no net connections, or if there poor bandwidth, I think the whole life is stuck. The entire world, the entire business, entire commerce, entire, I think you take any examples, start from education to banking sectors, railway sectors, transport system, missile system, defense system, everything is controlled on the networks, and they have their own kind of networks. So IoT means ki that gives the smart cities concept, smart house. आज की देख में देखिए सेंसर बेस्ड लाइट आ गई है. The moment you entered or you passing through those light, they will means कि on हो जाएंगे. जब आप वहां से निकल जाएंगे तो अपने आप ऑटोमेटिकली ऑफ हो जाएंगे. सो दिस विल रिड्यूस द एनर्जी लेवल. आपने देखा होगा कि मॉल्स में जब आप इंटर करते हैं तो वहां गेट पे ऊपर गेट कीपर होता था, अब वो नहीं होता है. जैसे आप इंटर करेंगे गेट ऑटोमेटिकली खुल जाएंगे. सेंसर बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है. वो आपको सिर्फ ऑब्जेक्ट रिकॉग्नाइज कर रहा है. इसके एडवांटेज डिसएडवांटेज हो सकते हैं, बहुत सारे एडवांटेज भी हो सकते हैं, डिसएडवांटेज हो सकते हैं. स्मार्ट सिटीज, आपके स्मार्ट लेक्स, पानी में आप देखिए अच्छे अच्छे 5 स्टार होटल्स एयरपोर्ट पर जाएंगे तो जैसे ही आप अपना हाथ वो जो जहाँ पानी का स्रोत होता है जिसको आप टंकी बोलते हैं, कहते हैं, ऑटोमेटिकली पानी आ जाता है, ऑटोमेटिकली बंद हो जाता है. तो दी जाती IoT के थिंग्स आ गए. Then the second technology is just I think this is entering our learning process. Augmenting reality means you just assemble all your thought process. What is going on your thought? What is that is implicit in your thinking process? I think you augmented it, and with the help of technology, you can present it. I think uh, where was it when this COVID comes? Uh, Especially, we have the new kind of technology. There was a thermal scanning, and this thermal scanning was implemented in all the airports to actually means ki assist or to investigate that whether a person has a COVID positive or negative. So just only he put a camera on your head, and what is going on. So my younger son, he was studying the 10th class at the time. He made one statement: Papa, can be a technology in future. When we put that technology or a scanner on the head of the person, and it will display on the means display board that what he is thinking, what is going on in his mind. I was so amazed by uh, learning his thought process. So I think whatever going on, I think that will be the augmented reality. And everything we are going to control by machines, my dear friends. Then virtual reality, we are here. We are teaching in virtual environment. We try to make you convince or make you comfortable that everything is normal environment, but that is not in normal environment. Everything is virtually. And we had a variety of virtual platforms. And we are using these platforms, and we thanks to the Google that Google, I think, play a significant role, is a wonderful role in the way of learning, teaching, and providing the information-based service and many apps, and making our way of life, making our way of procedures as simpler as possible. Then I told you the blockchain already I had mentioned. And this is, I think, blockchain is a new technology which is entering the commerce sectors, banking sectors. And I tell you that after maybe five or maybe 10 years, the currency which we had that currency, I think it will not be the currency of the world. The currency will be the cryptocurrency. And that is a I think many peoples are an Indian government also thinking about that to regulate some frame or rules or ordinance or some frameworks for the blockchain or the cryptocurrency. Everything will be the digital. Now you can transfer everything on digital form. So blockchain is a decentralized systems, and nobody knows that where your data is stored, and that is password protected. Nobody can enter in that data. And it's artificial intelligence. Yes, of course, that is already entered in the 50 or 60 years, but now there is a great application of artificial intelligence. Robots comes in the education sector also, comes in medical sector. Robots comes in hospitality sectors. I think robots wonderful experience also. So the artificial intelligence and 3D printing is the that has revolutionized the entire printing sectors, and this is very very useful for the manufacturing sectors based on the that by the designing of the many multi-story many designs, and the drones are the application of today's, and they are the drones will be the future of weaponry systems. Without men we can means ki that is the flight systems that will be control and robot. Yes, of course, they are the based on the artificial intelligence. So these are the 8 technologies which have already partially or para partially entered in the teaching and learning, and of course they will great impact in the future. So that already mentioned here, I will not take much time, that already elaborate here. I'm giving an example that artificial intelligence, that Jill Watson, she is an assistant professor in Georgia Tech University, answering student questions and emailing reminders. I think one of the great advantages this artificial based technology or the machines, they don't have any kind of discriminations. They don't require any kind of holiday. They don't put any demands, and even they can continuously work for long hours where a human can't, and they don't demand anything. But actually, they can't be the replacement of human because they don't have any feelings, any emotions, and they only work on the this command base, instruction base. I'm giving an example. If you deploy a robot systems or artificial based systems, weaponry systems in the border, and because that system is work on the base of commands or the instructions which you have already feed it, and there is a command that from this line, any object hit them, shoot them, and it will act accordingly. But what happened by mistakes? Our personnel, our army officers, by any chance comes in front of that weaponry systems. What will be the act? He will not stop, he will shoot out because he don't have a reasoning power, because he don't have a thinking power, because he don't have a decision taken on the situational unprecedented situation occurs. And if there is a army jawan, he will not hit, he will not fire because he know that this is our man. So that's why this is the limitation of such kind of systems. They may be very dangerous, and tomorrow I think the weaponry systems or the all kind system will be the control systems. Now you have a missile systems. Even a single missile can destroy a greater part of the earth or greater part of the humanities. I think कभी कभी जब मैं ये टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट देखता हूँ तो अपनी कल्चर और संस्कृति को देखता हूँ तो बड़ा दुख भी होता, पीड़ा भी होता, पेन भी होता है। जिसे हम डेवलपमेंट कह रहे हैं, क्या वो सच में डेवलपमेंट है? क्या वो सच में विकास है? क्या वो सच में विकास टिकाऊ है? ऐसी क्या टेक्नोलॉजी जो 2 साल में ऑब्सोलीट हो रही है, आने वाले फ्यूचर में क्या होगी? एक मैं एग्जांपल आपको देता हूँ। चाहे सोचना इस बात के लिए। गैप देखिए, गैप इन द जनरेशन। 3 साल, 3 जनरेशन में इतना गैप आ गया है। आप इसको विडंबना करें, दुख कहें, प्रकट करें, जो भी आप कहें, कि आज से 3 जनरेशन पहले, मीन्स कि मेरे जो दादा परदादा थे, आपके भी, नदियों और झरनों से हम डायरेक्ट पानी पी लेते थे। उसके बाद एक गैप आया कि हम कुओं से डायरेक्ट पानी निकाल के पी लेते थे। उसके बाद एक जनरेशन आई, जो बहुत ही जल्दी जनरेशन आ गई, कि हम नल को जो आपके नलकूप हैं, नल जिसको बोलते हैं, और जो टैब है उससे पानी निकाल के पी लेते थे। आज 3 गैप में जनरेशन में देखिए, आज हम कहाँ हैं। आज ना हम नदियों झरनों से पानी पी सकते हैं, ना कुओं से पानी पी सकते हैं, न टैप वाटर और नल से पानी पी सकते हैं, इवन डायरेक्ट जो हमारे घर में सप्लाई होता है उसे भी नहीं पी सकते हैं। तो क्या ये डेवलपमेंट है? ये सोचना पड़ेगा। आने वाला क्या साल होगा, आने वाला क्या फ्यूचर होगा? आने वाला जो मुझे लगता है कि 2 ही वॉर होंगे, इंफॉर्मेशन वॉर और वाटर वॉर। ये दोनों क्राइसिस में है। इंफॉर्मेशन तो इतनी एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ है, जिसके पास राइट इंफॉर्मेशन होगी, करेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन होगी, उनके पास क्षमता होगी कुछ राइट इंफॉर्मेशन को राइट एप्लीकेशन करके राइट आपके इनोवेटिव आइडियाज और इनोवेशन कर सके, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर सके, डेवलप कर सके, सिस्टम्स बना सके। और वाटर वॉर, आई थिंक वाटर विल बी द एक्सट्रीमली एक्सपेंसिव अफेयर इन द वर्ल्ड, और जो नेचुरल है, वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट। सो डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग क्या है? नाउ everybody heard about the MOOCs, massive open online courses. We have already entered in the domain. जब मूक आया था तो लोग कहते थे कि ये क्या है, व्हाट इज दिस। कोई इसके बारे में चर्चा करके राजी नहीं होता था, बात नहीं करता था। लेकिन कोविड के समय बहुत पॉपुलर हो गया। गवर्नमेंट ने भी इस पे एक तरह से स्टेप लिया, एंड नाउ देयर आर मासिव ऑनलाइन ओपन कोर्सेस। मीन्स कि जो हमारी डिस्टेंस एजुकेशन है उसकी भी लिमिटेशन है कि आपको फिजिकली ऑब्टेन करनी है, लेकिन उसके रिप्लेसमेंट में ऐसे कोर्सेज स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और भारत सरकार ने चलाए कि आप घर बैठे विदाउट एनी पेइंग ए सिंगल पेनी, सिंगल अमाउंट, सिंपली रजिस्टरिंग ऑल दीज प्लेटफॉर्म्स, और जो भी आप एजुकेशन लेना चाहते हैं, जो लर्निंग लेना चाहते हैं किसी भी सेक्टर में, 12th क्लास ऑनवर्ड्स, 10th क्लास ऑनवर्ड्स से डॉक्टर और पीएचडी लेवल तक आप मूक के प्रोग्राम में इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हैं। दैट्स वाई दिस इज कॉल्ड द ओपन रजिस्ट्रेशन, सभी के लिए ओपन है, लोकल और मतलब सभी के लिए सेल्फ प्लेस। तो दीज आर दी मूक इज वन। और जो मूक का जो आप देखेंगे, द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हैज आई थिंक वन, देयर आर द 8 नोडल सेक्टर्स, नेशनल मूक कोऑर्डिनेटर जिसे हम कहते हैं, किस किस सेक्टर्स में वो काम कर रहे हैं। दैट इज ऑल्सो ए चेंज एंड वन मस्ट नो इट। द यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट कमीशंस नॉन टेक्नोलॉजी एंड पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिग्री प्रोग्राम्स के लिए कर रहा है, एंड द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एमएचआरडी हैज डेवलप्ड वन सिस्टम दैट इज कॉल्ड स्वयं प्लेटफॉर्म्स, स्वयं प्रभा। ई पुस्तकालय, उसका कंटेंट आपके डेवलप कर दिया है, ई पाठशाला। तो दैट यूजीसी इज ऑल्सो टेक केयर ऑफ दिस। निप्टल, नेशनल टेक्नोलॉजिकल प्रोग्राम्स फॉर enabled learning. This system is developed by the NITs or IITs, well, IITs. Sorry, IITs. Initially, when this was developed, it was a platforms to impart the online content for the student who are preparing for the NEET. Now NEET, earlier it was called AIEEE examinations. But now they have opened the courses for the engineering UG and PG degree programs. The Consortium for Educational Communications, which is very popular, EC, that is the Autonomous Organization UGC, non-technology undergraduate degree programs. They have also their program. IGNOU, the distance mode में diploma and certificate programs. NCRT, CIFIT के through, Central for Institute for Technology, school education program for open class 9 to 12. NIOS, प्राइवेट स्कूल्स जो आपके कोरस्पॉन्डेंस में है, out of the school children education programs for 9th and 12th. This IM Bangalore has developed the graduate programs for the management courses. And NTTR Chennai, National Institute of Teachers Training Research, Chennai, जो आप टीचर्स हैं, हम सब टीचर्स हैं, technical teachers education के लिए they have developed the program. So that MOOCs is with us. And the next slide, if you see that SWAM is the biggest free online education platforms. और जिसका ध्येय वाक्य है शिक्षित भारत उन्नत भारत, क्योंकि जो शिक्षित है वही उन्नत है, ऐसा मैं नहीं मानता हूं। मैं इसको दूसरे कॉन्टेक्स्ट में लेता हूं। जो शिक्षित है और जो संस्कारी है, जो राइट इंफॉर्मेशन को राइट कह सकता है, गलत को गलत कह सकता है, वही उन्नति ला सकता है। और शिक्षित का मतलब इस बात का प्रमाण नहीं है कि वो एक अच्छा इंसान है। एक अच्छा इंसान अनपढ़ भी हो सकता है और एक बुरा इंसान बहुत शिक्षित इंसान भी हो सकता है। तो शिक्षित कोई आपके ह्यूमैनिटीज का प्रमाण नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ, हम ये एक्सपेक्ट जरूर करते हैं कि जो शिक्षित है कि वो वेल बिहेव करे, वो ह्यूमैनिटीज को केयर करे। सो दिस शिक्षित भारत उन्नत भारत, मतलब कि संस्कृति और शिक्षार्थी के साथ में हम बात कर सकते हैं। ये ऑलरेडी आई हैव डिस्कस NIOS, NCRT, IGNOU, NIPTAL, so all these courses. Now I think 5 or 6 minutes I'm going to that what are the disruptive technology that encountering the education and learning. My dear friends, that when any technological change taken place or any new technology came into existence, it also bring its culture. आज आप देखिए कि बच्चा वो टेक्नोलॉजी से भी इतना है कि वो हर चीज मोबाइल और लैपटॉप पे करना चाहता है। आज हम भी अपने मोबाइल के थ्रू बैंकिंग कर सकते हैं, ई टिकटिंग कर सकते हैं, ट्रैवलिंग का काम कर सकते हैं, एंटरटेनमेंट की सारी इंफॉर्मेशन उसमें कर सकते हैं, टीचिंग कर सकते हैं, लर्निंग कर सकते हैं। सो दैट टेक्नोलॉजी इज ऑल्सो ब्रिंग्स इट कल्चर। और आज कल्चर हो गया है, अगर आप देखिए कि पहले हमारा नमस्कार करने का कल्चर होता था, सम्मान देने का कल्चर होता था, तो हम पैर बिल्कुल बहुत ही अच्छी कंफर्टेबल जोन में जाके पैर छूते थे। धीरे धीरे वो प्रथा खत्म हुई, कल्चर खत्म हुई। अब आज सिर्फ घुटनों को हाथ लगाते हैं, आज वो भी खत्म हो गया है। आज पैर छूना समझते हैं कि ये संस्कारी नहीं है और चापलूसी कर रहा है, ऐसा नहीं है। तो हर टेक्नोलॉजी अपनी कल्चर लेके आती है, and that culture is positive or negative, it depends on its application part. Technology can't be the negative. आपने जब न्यूटन ने भी जब ये अपना बम बनाया था, न्यूक्लियर बम जब बनाया था, तो उसने कभी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था कि न्यूक्लियर बम कैन बी यूज फॉर डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द ह्यूमैनिटीज। और ये कब रियलाइज हुआ? जब नागासाकी और जापान के ऊपर वो बम डाला, तब उनको रियलाइज हुआ कि ये तो आई थिंक डिस्ट्रक्शन के लिए भी काम आ सकता है। बट ही डेवलप दैट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एनर्जी फॉर द प्रॉस्पेरिटी। सो इट डिपेंड ऑन द एप्लीकेशन, इट डिपेंड ऑन द एस्पेक्ट एंड एटीट्यूड्स। एक साइकोलॉजिस्ट था, मैं छोटा सा 30 सेकंड में एक दृष्टांत बताना चाहता हूँ। He want to measure the, I think, how the peoples take the things in the different contexts or different perspectives. He want to measurement in, not in the IQ, but their attitudes. So he saw a one apple in the crowd and asked, "What is this?" बहुत सारे रिएक्शंस उस क्राउड में से निकल के आए. Somebody say, "This is a apple. This is a fruit. By eating the apple, we can, I think it is a healthy food. We keep away from the disease. If we eat it, it satisfy our hunger." different आपके निकल करके आए. There was one person who stand up and said, "Sir, this can be used to hit a person like a weapon." So this is the attitude. This is the application. अब उसने उसको कहा कि इसको हम एज ए वेपन के रूप में हिट करने के लिए भी यूज कर सकते हैं, टू हार्म समवन, टू हिट समवन. लेकिन उसकी नेचर, फितरत नहीं एप्पल की हिट करने की. वो इट इज ए फ्रूट, इट कैन बी यूज फॉर ईटिंग पर्पज. So this is so every technology brings its culture, brings its tradition and practices. It depends on the application part. So I will take this slide 2 or 3 minutes. My dear friends, the mode of changing and the learning. When we look our education systems, the ancient education systems, that system is called as a Gurukul system. Gurukul. And the beautiful name, Guru ka Kul, means कि वंश हमारे परिवार, जहां गुरु होते थे और वहां पे उनके जो शिष्य होते थे उनको मिला के बनाते थे गुरुकुल. और ये घर से बिल्कुल जंगलों में होते थे, बाहर होते थे, जो कि ओपन एनवायरनमेंट में एजुकेशन लेते थे. और शिक्षा, शस्त्र ज्ञान और शास्त्र ज्ञान दोनों होता था यहाँ. मतलब शास्त्र का ज्ञान भी हो और शस्त्र का भी ज्ञान हो. मुसीबत पड़े तो हम अपनी सुरक्षा खुद कर सके, ऐसे ज्ञान पे आत्मबल दिया जाता था. लेकिन आज क्या है? आज सिर्फ शिक्षा का ज्ञान रह गया है, शास्त्र का ज्ञान है, शस्त्र का ज्ञान नहीं है. दोनों साथ चलते थे. इसका दूसरा एस्पेक्ट भी आप देखिए. शास्त्र और आपके शास्त्र ज्ञान और शस्त्र ज्ञान. शस्त्र इज द एप्लीकेशन पार्ट, कि जो आपने सीखा है उसको आप अप्लाई करिए, उसको आप दिखाइए, आप अपनी दक्षता दिखाइए. तो थ्योरी एंड प्रैक्टिस दोनों साथ चलते थे. लेकिन आज वी आर मोर फोकस्ड टुवर्ड द थ्योरी. So this system is completely abolished. Hardly we find these systems. This was one of the most powerful systems of the education. We receive many things from the environment, which based on the practical aspect, which based on the theory and practice. शास्त्र ज्ञान और शस्त्र ज्ञान. कोई हमला करे तो हम सुरक्षा कर सके. लेकिन आज कोई हमला करेगा तो दूसरों से उम्मीद करते हैं हमारी सुरक्षा करे. क्यों भाई? दूसरा क्यों करेगा? आपको खुद में असामर्थ होना चाहिए. इतिहास गवाह है, जब जब आप अपनी सुरक्षा करने में असमर्थ रहे हैं, दुश्मनों ने आपको खत्म कर दिया है. अपने वर्चस्व को बनाए रखने के लिए आपको शस्त्र भी उठाने पड़ेंगे, शास्त्र तो आप उठा ही रहे हैं. तो नाउ दिस systems we are switch over to this system, and this is called school systems. मुझे याद है अपने दिन जब हम स्कूल में जाते थे तो वहां क्लासरूम्स नहीं होते थे, छोटे छोटे क्लासरूम्स होते थे. हम अपने इवन बैठने का जो डायस भी नहीं होते थे, टेबल नहीं होते थे. अपना बैठने का जो एक छोटा सा चटाई खुद लेके जाते थे, जो आपका जूट का बैग होता है वो लेके जाते थे, पढ़ते थे, बैठते थे. तो ये सिस्टम्स टीचर पढ़ा रही है और ये आपका स्कूल सिस्टम्स आ गए. जो हमारे स्कूल्स आज भी गांव में बहुत सारे ऐसे मिल जाएंगे. अब आप इसको आज की डेट में पिछड़ापन कहते हो। ये हमारी सोच के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि हम अग्रसर थे, पिछड़े थे। अब नाउ दिस सिस्टम इज ऑल्सो, वी आर कम्स हियर। कोविड से पहले हम यहाँ थे। वी आर इन द क्लास, वी आर इन द यूनिवर्सिटी, वी आर इन द कॉलेज। Students are sitting on the proper beautiful benches. We are more focused to increasing the infrastructure, not the intelligence. We suppose that if we increase the infrastructure, the teacher will utilize in the rational way, student will use the rational way. I think उस तरह का मतलब आउटपुट नहीं आ रहा है। सो हियर दिस इज द कंप्यूटर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिस्टम्स, प्रोजेक्टर के थ्रू आपको पढ़ाया जा रहा है, विजुअल्स के थ्रू पढ़ाया जा रहा है। यस, इट्स गुड दैट जब चीजें हम कोई चीज प्रैक्टिकली दिखाते हैं, विजुअल दिखाते हैं, तो एक कहते हैं कि एक विजुअल, एक तस्वीर, एक पिक्चर 1000 टेक्स्ट से बेहतर होती है। तो ये यहाँ हम थे यहाँ पर। अब आप ये देखिए कि यहाँ से भी हम, कोविड ने हमने फोर्स ली, जो हमने नहीं सोचा था कभी, यहाँ पे ले आए हैं। आज हम यहाँ हैं, सिर्फ हमारी शक्लें दिखाई दे रही हैं, मेरी आवाज आपको सुनाई दे रही है। इमोशनल कनेक्ट शायद नहीं है, आप भी फोकस नहीं है, सुनने वाला भी फोकस नहीं है। ये इन सब का रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है, एक अल्टरनेट है, एक सिचुएशनल अरेंजमेंट है। इसके अपने एडवांटेज डिसएडवांटेजेस हैं, लेकिन अगर आज ये सिस्टम नहीं होता तो शायद हमारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम, पूरे वर्ल्ड का एजुकेशन सिस्टम कोलैप्स हो चुका होता। अल्टीमेटली हम आउटरीच एक्टिविटीज कर पा रहे हैं, इससे बहुत सारा इकोनॉमिक आपका बच रहा है। एक लेक्चर के लिए अगर मुझे संबलपुर यूनिवर्सिटी में बुलाया जाता तो मेरे 5 घंटे आने में लगते, 5 जाने में लगते, फिर स्टे अरेंजमेंट, फिर मेरा रुकने का अरेंजमेंट, फिर मैं फिजिकली 2 घंटे लेक्चर देता, वहाँ खाता पीता, कम से कम 10-5 हजार रुपए में मेरा टूर बैठता। लेकिन आज विदाउट एनी इन्वेस्टमेंट, विदाउट एनी एक्सपेंडिचर, आई एम डिलीवरिंग माई टॉक अकॉर्डिंग टू माई कन्वीनियंसी। मैं अपने रीडिंग रूम में बैठा हुआ हूँ, आपसे बातें कर रहा हूँ, आपको अपना अनुभव शेयर कर रहा हूँ। सो वी आर हियर, बट दिस इज नॉट द रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ दिस सिस्टम और दैट सिस्टम, it is only alternative systems. The online mode has a advantage, disadvantages. I think जैसे कहा है ना, एक मूवी में कहता है कि इस टेक्नोलॉजी हमारा बहुत कुछ किया है, बट इस टेक्नोलॉजी ने हमारी बहुत कुछ हमें खोया भी है। We are connected, we are connected from the different locations, but hardly we are not connected. वर्चुअल हो गया है सब कुछ, इमोशनल कनेक्ट नहीं है। कुछ बच्चों को समझ आता है, कुछ को नहीं समझ आता है, कुछ के साथ नेटवर्क की प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती है, कुछ कनेक्ट हो पाते हैं, कुछ नहीं हो पाते हैं। किसी के पास हो सकता है कि मोबाइल का फोन भी ना हो। हमने ऐसे ऐसे एग्जाम्पल्स, ऐसे ऐसे अनुभव देखे कि जहाँ बच्चों के पास मोबाइल्स फोन नहीं थे। वी आर फॉर्चुनेट दैट वी आर रिजाइडिंग इन द अर्बन एरियाज, वी आर इन द मेट्रोपोलिस, वी कैन अफोर्ड द स्मार्टफोन्स। Think about those rural peoples. They don't have even the proper electricity. They don't have the smartphones. If they have a smartphone, but they don't have the network connectivity, poor bandwidths. तो ये सब चीजें को भी हमें ध्यान देना होगा। बट ये कि वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द सॉल्यूशंस इन द एडवर्स सिचुएशंस। एडवर्सिटी में हमें आगे बढ़ना है। अंधेरे में अंधेरा इकट्ठा करोगे तो उजाला नहीं हो सकता। एक दीपक जलाएंगे तो सारा उजाला हो जाएगा। तो ये एक टीचर, एक जो मेंटर्स है, वो दीपक जलाने के इक्विवेलेंट है। सो एंड वेयर इज अनदर डिस्ट्रप्शंस, रीडिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट में आप देखिए, कभी हमारे वेदास, कभी उपन्यास, कभी हमारे जो एपिक्स हमारे पेपर्स पे लिखे जाते थे, संस्कृत में लिखे जाते थे, क्योंकि संस्कृत इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट, वर्ल्ड बेस्ट लैंग्वेजेस इन केस ऑफ द ग्रामेटिकली। नाउ दिस स्विच ओवर टू दिस बुक्स। बुक्स की जो अपनी फीलिंग्स, अपने डिफरेंट कलर्स कॉम्बिनेशंस, उसकी जो खुशबू, उसके अंदर जो वर्ड्स, वर्ड्स के साथ पढ़ना, पढ़ने के साथ प्लेजर, प्लेजर के साथ में ये सब, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट एडवांटेज। एंड नाउ दिस शिफ्टेड टू द किंडल, और किंडल भी आज की डेट में ऑब्सोलीट हो चुके हैं। नाउ आजकल तो जो स्मार्टफोन ही इतने इको फ्रेंडली आ गए हैं कि यू कैन रीड ऑन द स्मार्टफोन, यू कैन रीड ऑन लैपटॉप। सो दिस इज ऑल्सो डिस्ट्रप्शन। राइटिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू डिसरप्ट माय डियर फ्रेंड्स। शायद आप में से बहुत सारे ऐसे होंगे कि जो ब्लैक बोर्ड पे लिखते थे, स्लेट स्लेट होती थी, मतलब दिस वाज ए, आई थिंक स्लेट होती थी जिसमें हम लिखते थे, देन दिस पेन, and now this writing skills we are switch over to the computers। हार्डली हम हाथ से लिखना बंद कर दिया है। जब हाथ से बंद लिखना कर दिया है बच्चों ने, तो when they sit in the examinations, I think they have a content but they can't write that content within that time because they don't have a practice। लिखने की हमारी परंपराएं खत्म हो गई है। जब परंपराएं खत्म हो गई हैं तो आज हम स्पेलिंग्स इतनी मिस्टेक्स करते हैं, वो भी हम सिस्टम्स के थ्रू करेक्ट कर लेते हैं। तो दिस इज मतलब डिसरप्शन इज टेकिंग प्लेस। टीचिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट में बहुत सारा चेंजेस आ गया है। आप में से बहुत सारे यहाँ ब्लैक बोर्ड के साथ पढ़ते थे, और ब्लैक बोर्ड का नाम इसलिए ब्लैक रखा गया था कि लाइफ इज द ब्लैक, स्टूडेंट आर ब्लैंक इन कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ द एजुकेशन, इन कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ द नॉलेज और इंफॉर्मेशन, एंड टीचर इज ओनली जस्ट इनलाइटिंग द लाइटिंग। तो वहां जब तक एक अच्छा टीचर तब तक नहीं कहलाता था जब तक वो क्लास से जब आता था तो उसके सारे कपड़े और सारे हाथ वो चौक से ना लगा हो, तो उसकी जो खुशबू थी पढ़ाने की। अब वो चौक में क्या होता था, जब बहुत ज्यादा लिखते थे तो बोर्ड कुछ समय के बाद खराब हो जाता था। चौक में ऐसे मटेरियल्स हो जाते थे, हाथ खराब हो जाते। आई यूज दिस चौक, आई स्टार्टेड माई टीचिंग फ्रॉम दिस साइड। देन इट वाज स्विच ओवर टू दी सेरेमिक बोर्ड, जहां पे मार्कर आ गए, आप इसको लिख दीजिए, यहाँ पे धूल नहीं उठती थी, चौक नहीं होता था, इन्फेक्शन नहीं होता था, सिर्फ इसको रब कर दीजिए। अब नाउ दिस आर रिप्लेस्ड बाय द प्रोजेक्टर्स, अब वो इसको भी कोई यूज नहीं करते प्रोजेक्टर। एंड नाउ द प्रोजेक्टर्स रिप्लेस बाय लाइव वीडियो लेक्चर, जहां हम लोग आपके साथ बात कर रहे हैं, हम लोग आपको पीपीटी दिखा रहे हैं, हम लोग आपको प्रोजेक्टर दिखा रहे हैं। तो यहाँ हम स्विच ओवर हो गए। कल का कुछ नहीं पता कल क्या होगा, नोबडी नोज अबाउट दैट कल क्या होगा। हो सकता है कि आप में से मैं आपसे कनेक्ट हूं और आप मेरे अंदर क्या चल रहा है वो आप ऑटोमेटिकली ऑब्जर्व कर लें। Then the virtual learnings. There was one time that when we are sitting in the halls, 1,000 people, 100 people are sitting in offline class, and the one mentors, one teacher, one guide is speaking here. He is also monitoring your emotions. He is also measuring your emotions, your happiness, your sadness, your हरकत, जो भी आपकी छोटी छोटी शरारतें थी। बट ऑनलाइन में यहाँ आ गए हम लोग। मुझे नहीं पता कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, आपको नहीं पता कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ। हो सकता है मेरे बोलने में बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन हो सकता है कि मैं साथ के साथ कुछ और भी एक्टिविटीज कर रहा हूँ। तो ये हम ऑफ ऑनलाइन मोड में यहाँ आ गए। विजुअल एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बी चेंज। ट्रेडिशन मोड दिस इज देयर, and now we switch over to digital mediums, and digital mediums, I think Delhi University has took a brave decision that open book systems। बच्चे अपने घर से आपने एग्जाम्स दिए हैं, आपने भी एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट कराए होंगे, आपने भी, आपके बच्चों ने दिए होंगे। घर पे बैठ के वो एग्जाम दे रहे हैं, कॉपी से दे रहे हैं, पेंसिल से दे रहे हैं, आपके जैसे वो सबमिट कर रहे हैं, स्कैन कर रहे हैं। तो ये एक अल्टरनेट है, बट दिस इज नॉट ए सस्टेनेबल मोड ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशंस। कल क्या होगा डोंट नो। एंड द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इन स्टोरेज मीडिया ऑल्सो, अगर आप स्टोरेज मीडिया में देखेंगे जस्ट ओनली 5 or 6 मतलब 1 and 2 minutes, then there was a time then we have a transform storage media, the punch card replaced by punch tape, that is replaced by selectron tubes, magnetic tapes, compact disc आती थी, and compact disc is magnetic drums, and magnetic drums, the revolution has taken place from the storage media from the floppy disk. And when the floppy disk came into the market, or came as a technology, external storage devices, I think we feel proud. There are many physical size of the floppy. This is the 1.4 MB floppy. So we feel proud that my biodata, my entire text in the floppy. And now they were replaced by the hard disk, and the hard disk by replaced by the laser disk and the compact disk, then the DVD. So DVD, digital versatile disk, means ki rewritable, writable. I will not go into details. Then flash drive, which we call the generally the pen drives, and the Blu-ray. And now we are switch over such kind of technology that equally or sent. I think these were the future technology for storing the content or storing the informations. But for the storage point of view, we are moving towards the this magnetic tapes. We are moving towards the this fish card, because the storing media if we store, the media will destroy, obsolete sometimes, because the technology become incompatible. So these are the changes taking place in the disruption technology or education sectors. So there is also the change in the information in the digital libraries. I will not must take time. Technological transfer in library. So manual systems, completely automatic systems. The print card opaque now change into web opaque. Then now we change the mobile. You can access your libraries through your mobile phones. Then the issue and return, that now changes with the barcode and the radio frequency identification RFID systems. Dropbox. Many libraries has implemented this Dropbox technology. You just issue the books and drop or return the books in through putting their Dropbox RFID there. Then the communication, that was the post box, now the inbox, now the auto email. Automatically you have set up that mail that automatically messages goes. Then the offline service, when we talk about the books document delivery service, now they change in the ebooks, online books, now the mobile book VRS. So that technology is taking place. I will just only take it, my dear friends. Everything is changed. Here, teaching is not absolute technology. However, technology is simply a powerful tool. The real question is, now you use the technology as an effective engagement and pedagogical tools. To be truly effective, teachers will need to be more nimble in adjusting to the learning needs of the students and diverse background and levels of achievement. They must be able to implement curriculum by personalizing learning strategies to meet individual student need to be minimal teacher. We have to continually on the lookout for individuals and organization that can reinforce the long-term value of what is being taught in the classrooms. An active relationship with the broad community will be the hallmarks of the successful millennium teacher. Engagement, being a role model and mentors, bringing learning to the life, caring about student, being passionate about subject matters, and teaching, these qualities of a good teacher are timeless and will not change. So what is more important, that we must focus with the teaching. We must, what we are delivering to the students, it must be digestible, it must be a useful, it must be a meaningful. So with this my concluding remarks, I stop my discussions on the digital transformation and disruption technology. Almost 1 hour. I will take up a few questions, few your clarifications, few your dilemma, few your observations. And now I stop the sharing with a verse. Please always be focused. Don't bother about the weather. Create your own sunshine. And you are just like a star of your profession. You are a role model to your students, to your learners. So be the role model. Give them best, which can bring some positive change, not only their professional careers, professional endeavors, but also their professional endeavors. Because you cannot separate the professional things with the personal things from the profession, and professional things from the personal. They are the vice versa, they are inseparable factors. So give your best to become actually truly a role model. So thank you very much. Thank you very much all listening me. And now this open the platforms.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Any questions or any more discussions or anything We had 5 to 6 months. Yes, please.
Thank you, Professor. I have a little query. Uh,
Yeah.
Myself,
Yeah,
Rafi
please.
Vishal, lecturer in Political Science, Sonpur College, Sonpur. First of all, thank you, Professor, for enriching
Okay.
and enlightening us. Sir, my query is, can we alternately use transformative and destructive technologies? Is both are equal
Of
or
course.
both are different?
See, it is a combination of both.
Oh, okay, sir.
It is a combination of both. This is the hybrid systems. This is the hybrid environment. We cannot sustain or survive on a single mode of education systems or single mode of anything. We have to find out the alternate. And out of the alternate, we have to find out the sustainable. And always remember, technology can't be a sustainable technology. Technology means which it's a nature of changing. Today we have a very comfortable, very good technology. Tomorrow maybe more advanced technology. So we have to switch over that technology. But always remember that we have to work in the hybrid environment. We have to have a balance between this transformation and the disruptions. We should not disrupt ourselves because these technology is disrupting, but does not means that we disrupt our thinking process. So we have to have a combination of both. We have to have a balance in the both the system. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you may be contact with me on any social media. I had my own website kpsing.online. If you give a keywords on the Mr. Google to submit a keyword to Google KP Singh, I think you will find two search strings. One is a KP Singh, who is a giant of real estate. I'm not that, but of course the second KP Singh you will find myself. I am available on 20/7 on various platforms like Google Scholars, ORCD. I'm also available through my website. And just I would like to give you one instructions that I am also the Ministry of Education appointed as a member of InflipNet, that is the Information Library Networks, a inter-autonomous organization of Ministry UGC, situated at Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, which is the gateway of all electronic information in the country. Just visit its InflipNet website. They have freely providing the quality of scholarly information to all the stakeholders of the country. And they have developed one that is called this uh, Vidwan portal. You just only put a Vidwan portal. You may not be aware, hopefully, maybe some aware, that just go to the Vidwan portal, and this is a wonderful portal. And I tell you that in future, that will be your academic identity in the country, like your this Aadhaar card. I am also there. Just create your own profile. The moment you create your own profile, this is freely service available. Your profile will be visible to the throughout the country, throughout the world, and very structured format. Just entered in the visual Vidwan portals, and the moment you enter in the Vidwan portal, automatically it display your all academic footprint, like citations, like your total books, who has referred your work, and that will be used in the future for the academic identity. So please advise your friends, and please enroll yourself also, register them, create your own profile, and there is no, this is a free service to the InfluNet. I am sharing because I am the member of governing council. So that information I would like to share you. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। और आप में से कोई कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं? सर कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं? यदि नहीं चाहते हैं तो मैं धन्यवाद के सेशन में जाना चाहता हूँ। सर को बहुत दिनों के बाद देखने को मिला। सर आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और
थैंक यू।
विशेष रूप से मैं आप सबको कहना चाहता हूँ कि संबलपुर विश्वविद्यालय HRDC द्वारा आयोजित फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम के इस प्रथम सत्र में आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और विशेष रूप से जो दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय से हमारे साथ आज जुड़े हुए हैं प्रोफेसर P सिंह सर, आपका मैं बहुत बहुत इस उड़ीसा की धरती से आपको वंदन करता हूँ, आपको अभिनंदन करता हूँ। और गुल खिले गुलशन खिले और खिले गुलदस्ते, आज के प्रोग्राम में P सिंह सर को और आप सबको मेरा नमस्ते। और विशेष रूप से सर ने जैसे कहा कि अमिताभ बच्चन के जो पिताजी थे हरिवंश राय बच्चन, उनकी किताब है क्या भूलूं क्या याद करूं। तो आपने जो कुछ भी कहा इतना सुंदर, मैं तो लिख रहा था अभी कुछ, वो ई जर्नल से लेकर के ई फादर ई मदर, ये सब कितना सुंदर। एक जो हमारे जीवन का जो व्यवहार है, जो हमारे जीवन से जुड़ी हुई चीजें हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी के दोनों पक्षों का इतना सुंदर समन्वय करके आपने जो हम सबको बताया, उसके लिए सर हम आपके बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं। और जैसे शिक्षा के बारे में, संस्कार के बारे में कितना सुंदर गुरुकुल प्रणाली से लेकर के सब कुछ आपने हम सबको बताया। और विशेष करके सबसे प्रथम कर्तव्य है शिक्षा बढ़ाना देश में, शिक्षा बिना ही पढ़ रहे हैं हम सब आज क्लेश में, शिक्षा बिना कोई कभी बनता नहीं सत्पात्र है, शिक्षा बिना कल्याण की आशा दुराशा मात्र है। ये जो मैथिली शरण गुप्त जी ने, जो राष्ट्र कवि ने कहा है, तो आज आपने हमको डिजिटल के ऊपर अर्थात वर्तमान परिप्रेक्ष्य में क्या आवश्यकता है उसका इतना सुंदर और PPT के माध्यम से आपने हमको बताया। आपका बहुत बहुत हम पुनः आभार प्रकट करते हैं और धन्यवाद प्रकट करते हैं। और विशेष रूप से आज का ये पहला सत्र है। हमारे UGC-HRDC के जो डायरेक्टर हैं प्रोफेसर बुलू महाराणा सर, और हमारे जो प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर जिनका सुंदर समन्वय, जो सूत्रधार की भांति ये कार्यक्रम को जो है संचालित कर रहे हैं, आदरणीय डॉक्टर NK बेहरा सर, आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और कश्मीर से लेकर के झारखंड, पश्चिम बंगाल और उड़ीसा विभिन्न प्रांतों से जुड़े हुए सभी शिक्षक मित्रों को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और मैं सर आपको बता देता हूँ, खुशी मुझे ये बात की हुई, मैं खुद दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय का स्टूडेंट रहा हूँ। और आपके पास,
वाह वाह वाह, विच कॉलेज?
हाँ सर, मैं आर्ट्स फैकल्टी सर, साउथ कैंपस। और
आप हिंदी बहुत अच्छा बोलते हैं। आपने हरिवंश राय जी का जो एक दिया और मैथिली शरण गुप्त का दिया, क्योंकि साहित्य मेरी रग रग में है और मैं हिंदी उतनी अच्छी भाषा नहीं बात कर पाता हूँ, साइंस का छात्र रहा हूँ, तो बहुत खुशी हुई। और मैं आपके लिए बता दूं कि आपका भविष्य बहुत उज्जवल है। आपने जिस तरह से सभ्यता, संस्कृति और शिक्षा को एक रूप में परो करके हम लोगों के साथ परोसा है, वो बड़ा ही मतलब अनुकरणीय है, बहुत ही मतलब प्रशंसनीय है। और मैं आपके लिए तहे दिल से आपको शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। बड़े
सर, मैं आपसे कई बार व्यक्तिगत रूप से मिला हूँ, इसीलिए हमारे शिक्षक मित्रों से मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि सर का जो व्यक्तित्व है वो बहुत ही मिलनसार और बहुत सादा जीवन और ऊंचे विचार के सर व्यक्तित्व के धनी है। मैं तो खुद आर्ट्स फैकल्टी में PhD भी किया हूँ। आपके साथ भी सर बहुत बार आपका दर्शन भी हुआ है, तब हम लोग स्टूडेंट थे। तो बहुत बहुत सर आपका बहुत बहुत आभार।
बहुत बहुत
हम सब की ओर से बहुत बहुत आभार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू
सर, थैंक यू सर,
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू सर,
thank you Behra ji, thank you very much. Now allow me to
thank you sir,
leave the program and wish you all the best.
Thank you sir. I request all participants to be here sometime, please.
thank you very much sir.
Thank you sir.
P Singh, thank you very much
Sir, thank you very much sir. Sir, in the future if you need your help, please extend your kind cooperation sir to HRDC.
I am always 20/7, and this COVID has given this opportunity that we also try to find out the prosperity in the adversity. And you can avail my service 20/7 if I am not fully occupied. Thank you.
Sir,
Thank
sir.
you, one and all.
Sir,
Thank you very much. Have a good
you,
day.
sir.
Thank you.
बेहरा सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, आपने आप पहले सेशन में मौका दिया, बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you. So in the